Welcome to class. My name is Lisa Mars. Today we're just going to be doing a slow and steady beginner's practice. We're going to be focusing on some alignment just to get us into a pose thoroughly instead of trying to rush through anything. So to get started, we're going to grab our props. Today we're using 2 blocks, a strap, and a blanket. I always recommend props regardless of the what's the word? Level. All right, cut.
Yeah, and then just take a second. And we literally, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's easy. You can just pick it up right to the next step.
All right. So I always recommend props to people regardless of the level that you're at because they always make everything a little bit more accessible and they're humbling too. So we're going to take the 2 blocks and we're placing them at the back of our mat because we're going to lay down on them. The first block we're taking on the medium height. And you're going to place it about maybe 1.5 feet away from the end. And then we're taking the second block on the higher height. It's like about 6 to 8 inches away from each other. You'll base it on your body. Everyone's a little bit different. But basically the idea is that the first edge of the first block lies right underneath your scapula, right underneath your shoulder blades. So if you slowly line up your back, you find that sweet spot where the first edge hits the bottom part of your shoulder blades. And then as you roll back, the scapula come flat onto the block so that they're supported, and then the head rests gently on the back. And then from here, we'll take our legs straight. Depending on your preference, you can keep them relatively straight in front of you, or you can take them a little wider. Kind of feels nice to let them go wider, let the feet fall apart, let the knees roll away, and let your hips sink. From here, we're going to take our arms out wide to a T with the palms up, and then gently just bend the elbows so that you start to come into this nice wide chest opener. And the hips just sit neutral, the belly does the same. You'll feel an expansion in the chest and in the front part of your torso. And from here is where we start to find our breath. So you allow the head to get really heavy here. That allows the neck to get super soft, which is what we're aiming for. And then you picture your shoulder blades and your shoulders just taking form of this block. So allow them to soften a little bit, especially in the front. And then see if they can soften and sink back just a little bit more. And then from here, just close your eyes and take a few breaths. It's always good to recenter yourself and recalibrate from whatever you were doing before class so that you can steady the mind and we can focus better during our practice. From here, we're going to leave the body exactly where it is. Everything pretty soft and sinking down. And we'll take a small breathing exercise here. So we'll empty out the belly, push it all out. And then you're going to inhale through the nose, fill up the entire chest and belly and feel the lift, feel the expansion, hold it. And then we open the mouth, release it out, let the body sink, everything fall back. Push it all out again, and then on your next inhalation, fill up really big, and when you get to the top of your breath, hold it. Let the elbows soften, the shoulders soften, the face, and then open the mouth, release, push it out, let the body sink. One more time, just like that. Inhale, hold, and open the mouth, release. Good. From here, we just bring a little bit of movement back into the fingers and toes. And gently roll your wrists and ankles, getting any cracks or any pops out that just feel good. You can flex and point. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up overhead. You can bring the feet together, interlace the hands if that feels good for you, and just take a stretch like you're just waking up. Good, and then an exhale to bring the arms back down by your side, this time palms face down. We're going to slide the knees up so the soles of the feet come onto the mat. And to get off the blocks really mindfully and easily, you roll your body to the right and just fall off of them as if they're not even there. And just lay on your side for a moment as your right hand is underneath your head and your left hand is in front of you. And you lay here just for a moment in the fetal position to kind of curl up, and it just feels really good. So again, with the blocks behind you, you can kind of just reach back and push them out of the way, and then we're going to roll onto our backs. For those of us with tight lower backs, it's definitely wise to keep the knees up. If it's not a problem for you, of course, you can bring the legs straight. I'm going to keep the knees up just because it just feels better. Give your hips a second. So now that we're flattening out, we can give our spine a second to just, again, recalibrate, recenter, let it go back to a neutral position. And there's no rush here. Little slight tuck of the chin, and then just creep the scapula again towards your tailbones a bit. Try to lengthen out in the neck a bit. Slowly from here, we're going to bring the knees in towards the chest, and you can grab either the back of your thighs or the front of your shins, whatever feels better for you. And the legs can stay, about hip width apart, and just gently pull the knees in towards the chest. Again, there's a slight tuck of the chin here. Basically just want to feel the entire torso lengthening out, getting nice and long. And if you find that your tailbone does roll up, see if you can bring it down. Try to get the sit bones as close as you can to the floor, and then it's from here that you pull the knees in. So we get into the hips a little bit here. Okay. Then we're going to straighten the right leg all the way to the floor, and gently hug the left knee in. Again, grabbing either the front or the back. This time we'll bring it in a little closer, again trying to lengthen out in the lower back. Good. And then we'll bring the knee right above the hip. We'll take the right hand to the outside of the left leg, and the left arm comes out to a T, palm face down. From here, take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, you tist over, tist. I'm not going to lie, a bug just flew up my nose.
Perfect timing.
Oh my god. Okay. Sorry.
Hopefully we got that.
I wonder if that's on camera, because I swear I took a breath in and I saw it go. Jesus. Alright, so we'll bring the right hand to the outside of the left leg. The left arm down, palm faces down, big inhale. And then exhale, we twist over to the right, trying to keep that left shoulder down. Right, so if it does roll up a little bit, see if you can encourage it back down. And then from here is where you take that right hand that's on the leg and gently guide the leg down. There's a hollowing out here of the belly. See if you can bring the navel in towards your spine, and then it can allow you to roll back a little bit. And you can gently look to the left if that feels good. Bring the right shoulder down away from your ear. You can even get a little neck stretch going. And then we inhale first, and exhale, you roll back up towards center. And we'll straighten out the left leg first. And then we'll bring the right leg in for the second side. So let's just hug the right knee in first. Feeling now this side versus the other side. Sometimes they do feel different. So left hand to the outside of the right leg. Right arm reaches out to a T, palm faces down. Inhale here. And then exhale again gently. Drop the leg over to the left, keeping the right shoulder down. So the right leg probably won't go all the way to the floor. It's better to be mindful about the shoulder than try to get a twist. And then you just breathe here. Sometimes it's harder to twist, to breathe in a twist because of where we're constricted. But you do your best. Just being aware of where it is. And then inhale first. And exhale, we roll back up towards center. And then we'll bring the left leg up just to meet the right. One more time. Squeeze it in. Make it feel good. Good. And now from here, you can just drop your legs over to the right. You can release them. And we're going to come to sit up. So push into the left hand. Good. From here, we'll find a nice, comfortable seated position. For those of us with tight hips,